And what is going on, everybody? And welcome to SF Bay Area Sports Talk. And welcome to the first ever 49ers post-game live stream I am doing. And man, a tough loss today. Being upset by the Arizona Cardinals 24-20. I really did not see this coming at all, to be honest. I knew the Cardinals it was going to be a tough matchup. I knew with Kyler Murray, a very talented quarterback, that it was going to be a tough game. And, I was confident in our ability to come in here at home and take care of business. And unfortunately, we weren't able to do that. And man, we came very close there at the end in the fourth quarter. It was back and forth. We took the lead, then Arizona comes back and takes the lead, and then we take the lead, and then they take the lead back again. And so it was a back and forth game, and I kept thinking, we were going to pull this one out at the end, especially on that last drive. We had a couple of missed opportunities, and a sloppy game today. And again, welcome everyone. So glad you joined us, and man, just a tough loss today, and we're going to be breaking it down right here, kicking off the Revenge Tour 2020. Not the way we envisioned kicking it off, but the one good thing, if there is anything good to say, we have to think in a positive mind frame is at least we got the first loss out of the way now. And, right now we can just go back to doing, taking care of business, doing things the way, we're doing. So we got Sebastian in the house. Welcome. Close game. And yeah, just a very tough loss today. And, man, you guys, I'm really, it's tough, tough to start out this way. Good thing is just, one game, and yeah, we're going to bounce back. We got the New York Jets coming next week. We got Kevin's Cards in the house. We will do good this season. Yep. You guys already know, this, minor setback is, nothing to worry about here. Hard fought game. Unfortunately, we couldn't pull it out today, but this team is poised to make a return back to the Super Bowl this year, and we are going to make it happen. We're going to go on in an amazing winning streak, and we're going to bounce back strong from this defeat, from this loss. And, the 49ers are good at bouncing back. Even last year, anytime we lost a tough game, we bounced back very strong. So I'm confident in this team, and, we'll be able to shake this off today, shake off the rust. Yeah, it was frustrating. It was tough out there. We had opportunities and we couldn't take advantage. We got Matthew in the house, Dante Pettis, a scaredy cat. Yeah, obviously there were some moments in the game that he could have potentially come through, and things didn't work out. And Pettis has been working very hard in training camp and earned his way onto this roster. So hopefully he's going to bounce back. I'm confident he is. Again, just one game today, but very tough. We got Sebastian. Are you watching the Giants game? Yes, I do have the game on in the background here while we're doing the stream. So we are 1-1 right now in the bottom of the second inning. We got JP in the house. Welcome. Pettis had 6 if he extends his arms. Boy, soft. Yeah, just tough game today, tough break overall. But we got to bounce back, and this is tough. We got to keep things in the positive mind frame here. But it's appreciate getting the perspective from JP there. Our receiving group was trash. The defense was sloppy. Jimmy D couldn't get the ball in their hands early. Yeah, I did see a lot of those throws from Jimmy G today where he wasn't able to fit it right in the good area to make it a catchable. To make it a good, nice catch, for his receivers. And even on that last drive, you saw a couple of plays there that, we weren't unfortunately able to come through there. And yeah, this receiving group, it was tough to see out there, if we're looking at, the leading receivers from the game, Raheem Mostert did do pretty well in the game today. Also, of course, at running back as well. See here if I can pull up the stats here. Hold on, guys. It's not loading for a sec. But yeah, on the receiving game, it was tough today to see how it all played out. And, again, we got to bounce back from this. And also Kittle, the play where the guy went kind of tackling him kind of towards his legs. And Kittle was able to come back into the game, but I don't believe he made any catches in the second half. So hopefully nothing too serious with the injury, and just something that Kittle will be able to shake off here. But yeah, Kittle did have 4 catches for 44 yards in the first half. We got Rob in the house. Welcome. Jimmy G needs to make better decision making. And yeah, I do agree. There were a lot of moments in this game today that it was tough. And, in terms of even like where he went with the football, there were some plays he didn't go to the right man, probably potentially on a play. And so, yeah, there were some moments in this game that could have been more improved on that. And yeah, just tough, just really tough when you lose a game like this and, you come back the way we did, as horrible as we played. I mean, we still led this game at halftime 13-10. And, we still were playing solid, in the fourth quarter, having taken the lead. And, I was confident on that last drive. I mean, we got it started, a big play, and, we're driving down the field. We're hitting the 2-minute warning and, things are looking good. And, yeah, I mean, it was 2nd and 5, and we had a couple of plays that, yeah, we weren't able to convert, unfortunately, there. And, yeah, John Lynch needs to give Mohamed Sanu a call this week. So, if I'm not mistaken, off the practice squad. But, yeah, a lot to get into from this game today, a lot to break down. And, we are going to break it all down, you guys. We're going to get into the stats as well of this game, looking at some of the early stats in this one. So Jimmy G, still a pretty solid performance, 19 of 33, and he was passed for 259 passing yards in the game, had 2 touchdowns, did not throw any interceptions, did get sacked 3 times in the game. So yeah, not the best game for Jimmy G. Could have played a lot better, but not horrible. Again, we had a chance to win this one, despite how bad this game was and how terrible we were playing throughout most of this game. It would have been different if Ayuk or Debo were at least on the field. Definitely agree, coming from Matthew here. It's unfortunate that right now Samuel is going to miss 3 games to start the season. And, really could have used someone like him today, especially in a lot of those big time crunch time situations. And yeah, Brandon Ayuk, hopefully he will be able to be ready to go by next week. Did have a hamstring strain. And I'm telling you guys, Brandon Ayuk is the guy. He's going to have a spectacular rookie year. He is going to be getting a lot of touchdowns, and he's going to be a go-to target for Jimmy Garoppolo this year. So watch out when Brandon Ayuk is healthy and coming back. I mean, he's going to be amazing. So really looking forward to when we get those guys back in the lineup. So yeah, again, I'm as tough as this loss is, we're going to bounce back, you guys. We're going to forget about this, shake it off. We got to overcome this. So yeah, the revenge tour 2020 doesn't get off to the right foot like we all had envisioned, but you know what, this team is going to bounce back strong. So we do got a Arizona Cardinals fan in the house. Welcome, and congratulations on the victory to you guys. It was a hard fought game, and very competitive, and looking forward to the last matchup against you guys at the end of the season. We are going to be ready to get our revenge against you guys, but love the competition in the NFC West. In fact, I think the toughest division in all of football, and you guys coming from a Cardinals fan there. Sorry, guys. I think we were glitching out for a sec there. We got Niners fan 97 in the house. Welcome. Yeah, feeling a lot of emotions. And, after this live stream, I'm going to be uploading my I did film my reactions throughout the game today. So you guys will get a chance to see that. And, man, I almost don't know what to say because just tough loss today. I really did not see this one coming at all. had complete confidence that we were going to win this game. Even when we were playing so bad, like I said, it was still awesome that we were still up 13-10 at halftime. And yeah, we had a chance in the fourth quarter on that last drive. And, we've seen Jimmy Garoppolo. He has 7 career game-winning drives. He's done it many times. Did it last year, the last time, December 21st against the Rams. And yeah, what a spectacular game that was. And yeah, we got to bounce back, and we probably – you know what? We were going to have to ignore what a lot of the national media is probably going to say, because I guarantee you a lot of it is going to be very negative towards us. But you know what? Bring it on, because we're going to bounce back from this. And, the Niners are going to be able to overcome this, you guys. So we got to keep the positive spirits going. And, man, I can't wait to get back next week to get back in the win column. Yeah, right now I know we're feeling in our emotions today, and it could be easy to, think that, can we win the division this year? But look, I'm confident we're going to be able to take this division, and it's not going to be easy. Seahawks did get the win today. They had 38 points in their game over the Falcons. So, yeah, it's going to be tough down the stretch, but look, I think we're going to still win the division despite the 0-1 start. And, yeah, nothing to worry about here, you guys. As horrible as we played, we still a one-possession game. And, even a couple years ago, remember, we played so many games where we lost by like one possession or less. So, we're going to bounce back. So, again, welcome, everyone. So glad you joined us here for the post game. And, wish we were talking a victory today, but we are going to break down everything 49ers. We got Brandon D. Wild in the house. Score started at 10, ended at ST7 LOL. If kind of no one considered, San Francisco injury. So, we obviously have battled injuries, a little bit here. And when you're talking about the wide receivers, Brandon Ayuk was inactive today. Deebo Samuel is going to be out for 3 games now. So really excited when those guys come back. And, they're going to make big-time impacts on this offense. And, looking at if we're going to get to some of the stats, so we got in early on the spread there. So, I see nice there. And there were some missed calls. Couple calls in the game that could have been called. So, ultimately, at the end of the day, oh, guys, sorry, we got lost for a second. It's very tough down the stretch. Was really hoping we were going to cut there. And, even on the last play, it was, of course, to Trent Taylor on that 4th and 5 play. And, Jimmy G, I think, let go of the ball a little bit too late on that 4th and 5 play. Could have let the ball second or shortly a little bit earlier. It could have fit it right in there potentially, but it unfortunately didn't work out for us. And on that play, and then turnover on downs, defensive penalties also sunk the Niners. I agree. We did see that the defense was a little bit shaky today, allowing some big plays, and even on some third downs too. There were some opportunities, and just tough because we did get some stops, and unfortunately, there was a play that when Kyler Murray was sliding to the ground, we got called for unnecessary roughness on the quarterback, and that led to another drive, just getting more and more yards for them, man. So today sloppy game, and if you're gonna have a game like this, better to have it the first game of the season, so you kind of get everything out of the way now, and you can just be ready to come back next week and be ready to play some football and get on a winning streak. We got Bill Brooks in the house. Jimmy G, no more excuses. Jimmy needs to make better decisions, throw better, and the performance today, wasn't good enough to get the win. We came close, and overall, I'm so confident Jimmy G is going to bounce back from this. We got to. Didn't see Bosa late in the game. There wasn't a whole lot of noise being made in terms of on the defense there going towards the end. But yeah, like I said, today was just tough. Overall, kind of wasn't impressed by McKinnon. McKinnon did. I mean, if you're looking at the numbers, so he did have 3 rushing attempts for 24 yards. And so, yeah, average 8 yards. And in the receiving game, did have 3 catches for 20 yards. So, yeah, I mean, didn't necessarily jump off the stat sheet today from Jerick McKinnon, but is a guy that I'm confident I think is going to have a breakout year this year. And, he's a secret weapon. Running back position and the game in the running game or the catching game. But yeah, look for him to bounce back and really be big down the stretch this year. There was a lot of sloppy football today due to a lack of preseason. Yeah, could be something to keep in mind because, this 49ers team was nowhere near as sharp as the team we saw that, played all last season that was just, completely dominating from the start of, last season. So, I think for the most part, I'm not going to say that was, it could have had an impact, but, we're not going to obviously we're not going to make excuses for ourselves. So, definitely something to keep in mind when you're looking at how, we didn't play any preseason games and even, looking at baseball, guys being off for so many months. And so you wonder how guys, how they acclimated to their training regime and how they went about preparing themselves for the NFL season. So we got Goldfinger Z510 in the house. Welcome. Divisions aren't won on week 1. No Debo, no Brandon Ayuk. And a little dinged up Kittle still had a chance to win at the end, win the next game, and get this train rolling. And Niners, love it coming from Goldfinger. Love the perspective here. Really puts things into perspective, you guys. We no need to worry about this loss today. We are going to bounce back. Niners are still going to win the NFC West in 2020. And when we get our guys back, we're going to be rolling. And next week we got the New York Jets. Let's come out ready to play, get this win next week, get on a nice winning streak. This revenge tour 2020 has commenced today, and we are going to overcome adversity. So, I love this take, keeping things positive here. Love it. We're going to bounce back, you guys, and that's how we got to bring it here. All of 49er faithful. Love it, you guys. Thank you, everyone, joining in the show tonight, especially breaking down a tough loss today. So, again, so glad to see everyone. He just looked slow and could have done more, in my opinion. Talking about McKinnon there. So again, didn't jump off the stat sheet today. So we'll continue to see how McKinnon does this year. But I'm looking forward to it. And I think McKinnon is going to do very well for us. Not just the Niners, a lot of NFL teams were sloppy from a lack of preseason. So definitely something to keep in mind, and could be something to it. So this Niners team is just getting going, you guys. So looking forward, can't wait for the game next week. I just want to be here so we can get this bitter taste out of our mouths from today, and move forward. And that's what we got to do here is look forward to the future, look forward to our next game, and we're going to keep this thing rolling. We got Impossible in the house. The refs were killing the 49ers. Can't touch Murray. Murray, impressive game for Kyler Murray today, and athletic quarterback, and really used his legs a lot. You saw a lot of plays he kept alive, and extended a lot of drives, got a lot of first downs. And unfortunately, our defense, we broke down on coverage in some situations, allowing DeAndre Hopkins, for example, on one play that he got a touchdown. He got wide open and was able to really, had an explosive game today from Hopkins, had over 100 plus receiving yards today, and a lot of catches in the game. This game was just ugly. It was very, very sloppy. Again, for us to be for us to have a chance there to win it at the end, that was, the best part about, how this game went, because it could have been easily a blowout. We could have been just getting completely annihilated in this one. And it could have been a 20, 30 point blowout, but for it to be a one possession score there. And yeah, I mean, we lost by 4, had a chance to win despite how ugly it was. So yeah, I mean, you take the positives out of this game, and yeah, we're going to bounce back. McKinnon did okay for being his first play in football over 2 years. And yeah, definitely something also to keep in mind with McKinnon. Of course, signed that 4-year, I think it was $36 million deal with the 49ers. And that was prior to the 2018 season. And yeah, did have to miss all of 2018 and all of 2019 due to injury, unfortunately. But McKinnon, I'm confident. I think he's going to have a breakout year this year. He was putting in the work in the offseason, training very hard. And so, yeah, he is ready to break out. And I think today, for what it was, rushed for 24 yards and had 3 catches for 20 yards. Not bad for a guy that hasn't, played in a game since I think it was December of 2017. We got Rally Time Sports in the house, big time 49ers fan. This game really exposed Jimmy G. When you're looking at some of the opportunities with some of the catches, some of the throws that could have been placed kind of a little bit better for the receivers. It was tough today. But Jimmy G didn't he didn't play the most terrible game overall. Didn't throw any interceptions, had a couple of touchdowns, completed 19 of 33 passes. So, did have several incompletions today. Not the best game. But yeah, I think Jimmy G is going to bounce back and, had a spectacular year last year. And, he's been getting so much disrespect towards him. And, you have to imagine people are probably going to say a lot about him off of this game. And, those plays, obviously the 4th and 5 play to Trent Taylor, Jimmy G could have probably released the throw a little bit earlier there. But unfortunately it didn't work out for us. So yeah, just tough game. Talking about, I see Nick Mullins, Nick Mullins has been doing good, preparing himself, a great, phenomenal, backup quarterback that we have on our team, man. I love it. And we got Dunk Off Basketball in the house. So welcome. So glad everyone joining us for the show, breaking everything down. 49ers today. Tough loss, but you know what? We're going to bounce back, you guys. This revenge tour 2020 has barely gotten commenced. And this team is going to overcome adversity, and we are going to overcome the naysayers. So we're going to shake this one off. And you know what? We're going to get the Cardinals back when we play them towards the end of the year. And, I anticipate that one is going to be another very competitive battle with the Arizona Cardinals. We got Thomas in the house, Thomas Granelli. It's okay. We play the Jets next week. And yeah, going to be an opportunity here. Let's come out and play our best football. Really, everyone come together and play solid football on offense, defense, special teams. And we got it, you guys. We're going to go on an amazing winning streak starting next week with the Jets. And regardless of disrespect or not, blaming the loss on him today. Appreciate that. Rally Time Sports clarifying that, talking about Jimmy G's performance today. Overall, there were many chances for us. Defense, offense, guys could have came through. You never pin the loss on anyone today, and just a tough loss. Tough defeat, but this Niners team is great at overcoming adversity, and I'm confident we are going to bounce back. I think our receiving group was the blame on our loss. When you're talking about the receivers, overall, didn't really make that much noise. Looking at the stats on the day, for us. Let's see. So yeah, Mostert was the leading receiver for us. So Mostert really was spectacular in the receiving game today. He did have 4 receptions for 95 total yards. And of course, did have the amazing touchdown. As we know, you guys, what an absolutely exciting touchdown. I'm looking forward when I upload my reaction video after the stream for you guys to see my reaction to that. Early in the game, seemed like we were going to be running away with this one, but I loved it. Mostert getting the catch, and he touched 22.8 miles per hour on that 76-yard touchdown. It was beautiful. Mostert bringing the speed. And, last year, of course, we know Matt Breida, what he did, of course, getting up there in the miles per hour. So love it from our running backs. And Mostert, like I said, in the pregame, I think he's going to have a breakout season and, pick up right where he left off from last season. And I love to see it. A journeyman running back who has traveled with several teams across the league. And now you're finally seeing Mostert here in his 7th or 8th year in the league really become the player you knew that he could always become. And so I love it. Love when I hear a story like this, and love rooting for a guy that has overcome so much, like the way that Mostert has, to be where he is this year. And we play the Jets, and then we got the New York Giants. Yeah, so it's going to be a very intriguing East Coast road trip. I believe the 49ers are going to stay on the East Coast for the 2-week duration. So yeah, they are. I like the approach because it doesn't make sense to go all the way to the East Coast, fly all the way back to the West Coast, and then fly all the way back to the East Coast the following week. So yeah, you saw the Niners do this last year to start out the season. I think they went to Tampa Bay and Cincinnati, and they stayed on the East Coast for 2 weeks and practiced, on the East Coast and everything. So I love that they're taking the same approach this year. I think it's going to be really beneficial to them. It will keep them sharp on the football field. And so, yeah, looking forward to these next couple of games here. A big opportunity for us to pick up a couple of big victories, get on a nice winning streak. That's what we're going to do this year. And yeah, last year, of course, if I'm not mistaken, we did start 8-0. So what a start it was last year. So, if you're going to get the first loss out of the way, at least now we've got it out of our system and we can get back to playing fundamental, solid football, do what this team does best out there with this playbook from Kyle Shanahan, really get creative on offense. And yeah, I anticipate everyone be ready to play next week to bounce back from this loss today. I was dead quiet when we lost, but can't blame them. The Cardinals were a good team after all. Yeah, big credit to the Arizona Cardinals, hard-fought victory to them. And, we knew it was going to be a tough game today. Again, I was confident we were going to pull out the victory. But, yeah, Arizona, they got some talent. Kyler Murray, a very athletic quarterback. And, he looks like another quarterback that we're going to probably see for many years in the NFC West. So yeah, we have a very tough division. Obviously, we've seen Russell Wilson. Guys, see, I'm thinking about basketball for a sec there, but Russell Wilson, he's been in the NFC West for so many years. So we're going to see Murray, with Arizona for a lot of years. So yeah, it's going to be fun competing against them. And you saw him today, what he can do running the football there. And also DeAndre Hopkins, what a game for him, from the Cardinals. So, for them, it's going to be, they've obviously gotten off to a good start. So looking forward to the matchup when we play them again and get our revenge against them. Game was disappointing. Tons of chances blown, refs screwing us over. Sick of this, man. Appreciate the honesty coming from Rally Time Sports. Talking about the refs, it's just unfortunate that these calls have gone against us. I see it felt like Super Bowl 54 all over again. The calls, as we know, all famously, the 3rd and 15, that there wasn't a holding call on Nick Bosa from the Super Bowl. And obviously there were some controversial calls by the referees today. But again, when you look at everything in the game as a whole and the many opportunities we had, just unfortunate that we weren't able to pull this one out. And just very, very tough. So looking also at the receiving game. So when you're looking at George Kittle had 4 catches for 44 yards. And the big thing with Kittle is those 4 catches did come in the first half. And as we know, you guys did on that one play, have to leave the game and did enter the game. So was able to come back, thankfully, in the second half for George Kittle. So we'll see. Hopefully the injury is nothing to be concerned about. And you wonder the foot injury, how much it affected Kittle in the second half. Again, he was out there, so I'm confident. It's just unfortunate, we weren't able to get anything going in the second half there, but I confident Kittle is going to bounce back. So yeah, we'll see, and hopefully everything is good with his foot. As we know on the play, if you guys didn't see it, kind of a play where Kittle was going up for the catch, and the defender basically was tackling him kind of near the ankle area, sort of, and so Kittle kind of landed back awkwardly on his leg a little bit there. So yeah, did have to leave. Yeah, again, for me, if I'm going to be honest, I have complete faith in Jimmy G, despite, the tough game today. I think Jimmy Garoppolo is going to bounce back. But yeah, I could definitely see it from the other perspective when you're, the tough games in tough situations. And, a game like today had a chance to put his team on his back and come through there in the fourth quarter and get the win there. But yeah, I think, again, it's just one game to start out, so we'll see what's going to happen, but confident in Jimmy G, and I think he's going to do terrific this season and lead us back to the Super Bowl. So yeah, as I said in the pregame, my prediction on the season, I did predict Niners to go 14-2 this year. So now we're on edge. But yeah, tough loss today, against your division rival in this case. And just tough game overall. Tough game. Again, with as horrible as we played, it was great that we had a chance to still win this at the end. Yeah, I understand we didn't have our best receivers, but still, kind of, even some games last year, there were games like, the Seattle game that we lost on, very close. George Kittle missed that game last year, and we came so close to beating the Seahawks at Levi Stadium. So, there's going to be games, and like this one, we were missing some key guys, missing Deebo Samuel, missing Brandon Ayuk. And just unfortunately, we couldn't come up there with the big plays when we needed to. At the end, we got Fred in the house. We might make a blockbuster trade for another star. I don't think it's mostly plays. Unfortunately that you had the big penalty. The flag on Emmanuel Mosley that set up Arizona in really good field position there on the one drive. But yeah, Mosley had a spectacular year last year at cornerback and really earned his way onto the starting position. Of course, last year when Ahkello Witherspoon did get injured, you saw Emmanuel Mosley step in and really do a nice job at cornerback. So yeah, I think I'm still really happy going with Emmanuel Mosley there at cornerback. And today, of course, getting the start in the opener. Still very young. I think he's 25 right now. So, doing very well. We got Hum Baby Baseball, Eric, the legend, the man in the house. Thank you for joining the 49ers post-game. Tough one, 14-1 the rest of the way. I love it. Yep, that is my prediction. I have the Niners going 14-2 this year. Of course, I'm just very, very confident in this team. From top to bottom, I think we're stacked offensively, defensively. And when I say offensively, stacked, we got a lot of weapons, a lot of playmakers, a lot of creative things you can do with this offense. And, looking at the running back position, I love what we have in Raheem Mostert, a terrific talent, and had a great game today in the receiving game. And also on the rush attack, average 3.7 yards a carry on offense that I think is going to do very well this year and also be a big-time weapon in the receiving game. And then you got George Kittle, of course, the best tight end in all of football, a guy who I think is going to break his own record for most receiving yards by a tight end in a single season. George Kittle is the man, and be there with the injury. But yeah, Kittle, and especially yards after catch, you can this man, you can He was putting in the work in the off season, so I love it. And yeah, today we also got a chance to see the other tight end, Jordan Reed. He did make a nice catch for us on a third down play. And yeah, I mean, you're going to see different looks with this offense. You know, with Jordan Reed, you can go with a 2 tight end, 4 receiver look on offense. So a lot of different ways that Kyle Shanahan can, you know, essentially be able to, really trick the opponent and, you know, the kind of things that they're trying to do out there. And when it comes down to a team with 2-star receivers, it is going to be tough for us. And yeah, you know, when you're missing your 2 top guys in Deebo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk, it is going to be tough. And unfortunately, we didn't have some guys come through today. I mean, you know, looking at guys that could have, you know, had bigger performances. Trent Taylor, of course, today did just have 7 receiving yards. So another guy, Trent Taylor, he was injured last year. So Trent Taylor is a guy I think is going to do very, very well for us this year and, you know, have a breakout season. So he's a guy that could have stepped it up today. And Jerick McKinnon did have 3 catches for 20 yards in the receiving game. Kendrick Bourne, another guy that I think is going to have a very good season, was putting in the work in the offseason. Today, he had 2 catches for 34 yards on the game. And then Kyle Juszczyk did have the 1 big catch in this one for 41 yards. So I love Kyle Juszczyk, the best fullback in the NFL, and especially at blocking. He does a terrific job blocking. Juszczyk, also Kittle. Kittle is number 1 in the blocking game. Love it. And that's how we're able to get so many opening lanes for our running attack and for this offense. So love it. It will be interesting to see how Kittle's knee leg reacts this week. Same as last year when he hurt his knee. He came back in that game and then missed a few weeks. Looked like a similar injury. Yeah, you know, kind of did in a way look similar because I remember last year, believe it or not, you guys, Kittle, he had an amazing game against the Arizona Cardinals in Arizona. It was that Halloween game. It was the game that got us to 8-0 last year. And if you know, Kittle had a broken bone chip in his ankle, like literally had a broken bone chip in his ankle, yet Kittle that game, he lit them up, 40 receiving yards. And so, I mean, you wonder with the injury today, you know, how much of it is similar to what he endured last year. You know, he played through it last year and was still able to be himself out there. So, I mean, hopefully things are going to be good, and we'll really pay close attention to see, you know, what comes out of the media reports this week in regards to the status of Kittle and his leg. We're going to be watching that very closely. And again, thankfully, it seems like nothing serious because, you know, did come off the field right away on his own power and did so in a fast manner. So love to see that. Can't wait for Kittle to come back. And I think he's going to have the best season of his life, break all of his own kind of records this year. Love it. George Kittle, the best tight end in the NFL. And continuing to break down the receiving game. So Dante Pettis, another guy that today was absent, you know, was targeted 1 time, did not make a catch today. And, you know, he's a guy that earned his way onto this roster, had a tremendous training camp. And, Pettis, you know, last year, him and Kyle Shanahan, they did not see eye to eye in terms of how everything went last year. So, you know, Pettis, for whatever reason last year, did not play to his potential and to his ability last year. But I think he's going to turn it around this year. Him and Kyle Shanahan have been seeing eye to eye this year. Pettis has had a terrific training camp. Although Pettis did not make an impact today, he is a guy that I think look for him to be terrific for this receiving attack this season. So love it. And so now talking about the running game. So today from Raheem Mostert. So 56 rushing yards, did average 3.7 yards a carry. So overall, I think a great game from Mostert, and also was big time in the receiving game, the leading 49ers receiver with 4 catches for 95 receiving yards. And of course, did have the big 76-yard touchdown catch and was able to get up to 22.8 miles per hour. Love it. I mean, it was so amazing to see him running at that kind of a speed. And let's see, at least the Angels won today. So Niners and Angels fan there. Congratulations on your Angels, Rally Time Sports, getting the victory there. Jared Walsh, the best first baseman in the league. So again, great getting the perspective there coming from talking about the Angels there. So overall looking at this game and breaking it all down, again, some guys that could have come out and had you could have expected to see more production out of them in this game, especially in the receiving game. And, when we knew that Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel were going to be out for this game, you were hoping that some guys were going to take the initiative and step up in this game, and it was going to be their chance, their moment to shine for opportunities. Guys like Kendrick Bourne, Trent Taylor, and Dante Pettis, guys like that, unfortunately, they didn't come through today. But again, I'm still confident. And it's just one game. Overall, as bad as we played, love that we were in it all the way till the very end in this one, you guys. So really looking forward to the matchup next week. Niners going to get on a winning streak. And so, the final stat line for Jimmy Garoppolo in this game, he was 19 of 33 for 259 passing yards. He had 2 touchdowns and was sacked 3 times. And did have a quarterback rating of 103. So, not the best overall game for Jimmy G. Could have, placed some of his throws a little bit better in certain situations in this game. But unfortunately didn't come through. And you're welcome for defeating Colorado. Love it. Taking care of business for the San Francisco Giants there. Of course, the Rockies in our division. And Niners, tough game today, you guys. Tough loss. And just feeling a lot of emotions. Really did not see this one coming at all. Really thought we were going to come in here and really take care of business at home and get this revenge tour 2020 really going hot off the start. And this game, you thought it was going to happen. We got off to a nice start there. It had the exciting, big, explosive play for the touchdown from Raheem Mostert. And just a sloppy game, from the defense and from offense at a lot of times. And, we had some costly penalties in this game. Unfortunately, a couple of times that, our defense got big time stops on third down only for penalties to keep drives alive for the Arizona Cardinals. And just a tough game today. I was expecting a close game. Cardinals played us tough last season. Both games were tough. I was indeed at the 49ers Cardinals game last year. If you guys want to check out my reactions at the stadium to that exciting finish last year, I do have my game-winning touchdown reaction at the stadium for that game last year on my channel. You can find it. And even the game we played him in Arizona, that was also a very close game that we won, in the fourth quarter in that game. We knew this was going to be close and it was going to be very competitive. I just didn't see Arizona coming out on top in this one. Tough loss, tough break for us today. But again, confident we are going to bounce back, you guys. That is what we're going to do. We are the 49er faithful. We are the faithful strong. Thank you so much, everyone, checking into the show, breaking this down. And, thank you guys for being here because, we all are feeling our emotions today. Still trying to process this game and what happened and how we're going to be able to bounce back. So confident we are going to bounce back. If the Niners lose to the New York teams, then we might have problems. And I feel like nothing to be concerned about here. If you drop one of these next 2 games, again, I think these are games you've got to be able to win. And again, anything can happen, of course, in football, but, these are games that the 49ers should be able to win. And, we are going to come ready to play, but nothing to be concerned about here. If this team is 1-3, if we're 2-4, then I think you kind of start to be a little bit concerned. But right now, just 0-1, hard fought game today. And as bad as we played, came so close to almost pulling this one out on the end, on that fourth quarter drive there. Shanahan's face expressions look like he's losing hope in a Garoppolo. I would have to respectfully disagree there, but, I did see the expressions from Shanahan there in the fourth quarter. And just very, very tough. Yeah, I mean, I can definitely, I feel it coming from Kyle Shanahan, and even for me, watching this game and seeing the finish and how tough it was. So yeah, you can definitely see it on Kyle Shanahan's face, the frustration at that point. When we turned it over on downs on the 4th and 5 play. Of course, that was going to Trent Taylor, and yeah, unfortunately, was incomplete there. Yeah, I mean, Jimmy G could have potentially let the ball go a little bit earlier there, but yeah, unfortunately didn't work out in our favor. But yeah, I mean, I still am confident in Jimmy Garoppolo, and I think Shanahan still has the complete confidence and trust in his QB. Everyone has got his back. This whole team has got Jimmy G's back, you guys, and he's going to bounce back from this. And, we are going to come ready to play next week and get on a huge, huge winning streak. And yeah, this game is going to be forgotten history, and we're going to take care of business from the Arizona Cardinals when we see them towards the end of this season. It's going to be a good one there in the desert. And yeah, this Cardinals team is tough, and the games against them were tough last year. And even the Cardinals, they played the Seahawks last year tough too. So, this Cardinals team and Kyler Murray, they have done, they've been doing pretty good for what it's been so far. If the Niners do fall into the 1-3, 2-4 territory, there could be calls for Nick Mullins to start. I mean, if you ask me, I'm going with Jimmy G, even if we are in a situation like that. But I mean, yeah, sometimes you have those fans that are going to want to see other people get a chance. And yeah, Nick Mullins, I mean, in limited action, he has looked really, really good for us and looked very exciting, a very young quarterback still. And yeah, I mean, a lot of guys even inquired about trading for Nick Mullins. So that just tells you how valuable other teams around the league see Nick Mullins and want a guy like this at the quarterback position. But yeah, I think Jimmy G is going to bounce back. But yeah, I mean, even last year you had guys wanting maybe to see Nick Mullins, So yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of shade and disrespect to Jimmy Garoppolo, and it's unfortunate because he had a great year last year, took his team all the way to the Super Bowl, came through in big games, won a shootout game against Drew Brees, won a game in the fourth quarter against the Rams, came from behind to win that game. So Jimmy G has come through in big moments and big time games, and doesn't get the respect he deserves. And it's unfortunate, but I know he's ready to prove all the naysayers this year. So yeah, we are going to bounce back, you guys, and looking forward to it. Whenever I see Jimmy Garoppolo throwing on the run and under pressure, most likely it's a dead play. I mean, stuff has been made about Jimmy G when you're seeing him get under pressure. Does he look like the pressure gets to him and he somewhat panics a little? I mean, I think I feel like, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say that it hasn't maybe happened to him, but at the same time, I feel like it's still, something. Yeah, I mean, it's something that happens here and there, but for the most part, Jimmy G is doing a terrific job. He's still learning, getting experience as a full-time starter. We forget that Jimmy G still has barely had about 30 starts in his NFL career, and I think it was great for his development to get that experience in the playoffs the way that he did last year. And I mean, yeah, even the Super Bowl, he was terrific through 3 quarters. And so, yeah, unfortunately had a couple throws go against him in the fourth quarter. And then today, again, the stat line still, I think, did a pretty decent job in the game. Completed 19 of 33 passes today, for 259 passing yards, had 2 touchdowns and didn't throw any interceptions. I would like to see Jimmy G use his feet more and throw the ball away instead of taking a sack. I agree with you, Rob, on this one. I did see that a couple. Could instead hold to it and take a sack in that case. So yes, continue to monitor that and see how things go. And so yeah, I would definitely like to see that. And man, that will be exciting. He just launches the ball whenever he's pressured. He threw into 3 Cardinals and got lucky. It was a pass interference. Yeah, there was that one play. I remember, you're right, did throw it into what appeared to be full coverage there from Arizona. And yeah, thankfully we got the pass interference call, gave us the first down. And so, yeah, sometimes, today, yeah, there were plays that, yeah, just became dead pretty quickly there. And, from the pressure that he got in his face. So, yeah, again, a lot of things that Jimmy G could have improved in this game overall. And, I'm confident he is going to bounce back and looking forward to it. So still got complete faith and confidence in my man, Jimmy G, to come through for us. And so, yeah, continuing breaking down this game. So, yeah, when you're looking at the performance from Kyler Murray from Arizona, pass completed 26 of 40 catches today, throws for 230 passing yards, did have a touchdown. And, yeah, Niners we did get 2 sacks on Kyler Murray today on defense. And, yeah, the big DeAndre Hopkins, of course, was the spectacular performance from Arizona today. Was targeted 16 times, had 14 catches for 151 yards. And as we know, you guys, Arizona did give DeAndre Hopkins a big 2-year, $55 million extension, I think it was. So, man, they paid him some big money. And, yeah, he came through big time today for the Cardinals. We got Nola, you in the house. Welcome. Too many mistakes to win this week, but still was close. They just have to keep grinding. I love the positive perspective here. And yeah, I've definitely, like I've been saying, we got to keep things in perspective here. As bad as we played, still had an opportunity late in this one to pull out the victory here. So came very close to getting it done. And yeah, we're going to bounce back from this. Just got to keep grinding away. This offense had opportunities, but you know what? They're going to break out next week. I think you'll see a number of guys step up next week and have big time games. Kinlaw was quiet this game. Yeah, we didn't hear his name too much in this game very much. So, again, it was the first time out there for the rookie. Kinlaw, he has looked really good in camp, putting in the work, doing a great job. So I'm really looking forward to seeing Javon Kinlaw develop this season. And I love the drafting him there in the first round with our 13th overall pick there. A lot of people wanted us to go with the wide receiver, but I love drafting Kinlaw. Of course, after we traded DeForest Buckner to the Colts, we needed to go out and get a guy like Kinlaw. And I think Kinlaw can get to that potential, that Buckner had, and be that guy and make that impact. If we had 2 good corners, we would have won the Super Bowl and that Cardinals game. And yeah, obviously a tough game, a couple of times there with Mosley allowing the penalty against him there. And, there were a couple plays, that went against us, unfortunately. And yeah, just a tough loss today. And, but, confident that, we're going to bounce back. Mosley was terrific last season, after Ahkello Witherspoon went down with the injury. Mosley did step it up big time. And so, yeah, Mosley earned his starting job today. And so, yeah, unfortunately did have a couple of those plays. We got Edgardo Soto in the house, Arizona Cardinals fan. Welcome to the show. Glad you joined us here. Congratulations on the victory to all of you Arizona Cardinal fans. It was a hard-fought victory. And, yeah, you guys got an exciting team, competitive. And, today it went down to the very wire. Looking forward to the matchup with you guys at the very end. Good luck the rest of the way. Again, we love talking football here. We're welcoming all football fans to talk football and break it all down with us today. Again, Niners with a tough loss today, 24-20 against our division rival, the Arizona Cardinals. We got Hold This L coming from Young Hollow 72. Again, if you are an Arizona Cardinal fan, congrats you guys on the victory today. And you guys, of course, do have bragging rights today getting the victory. But again, I think the Niners are going to bounce back here, and I still think this is our division for the taking here. So, the NFC West still runs through San Francisco. This NFC, we are defending our NFC West title crown here. Am I here before the whiner excuses? Yeah, I mean, we're all talking positivity here, talking things, sharing opinions and perspectives of football here. So yeah, let's see. Good luck, guys. Can't wait for next game. Yep, looking forward to it. Can't wait to that matchup. It's going to be awesome down the stretch, and we'll see. It could have a lot of playoff implications there when we go up against you guys towards the end of the season. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Why did our defense get tired? Yeah, the defense was on the field a lot in this game, so I did see that. So you make a good point here, Thomas. Yeah, our defense did look tired in this game, and I mean, yeah, they gave up a lot of big plays, and it was tough out there to see. Again, didn't really look ourselves in the game today. So, yeah, I think the defense will bounce back there. But, yeah, I mean, unfortunately, a couple times on offense, we weren't able to keep long drives going. And, when you don't do that, you leave your defense susceptible to getting tired out there the more time that they have to spend out there. Now, I don't have the time of possession stats right in front of me here, but it would be interesting to see how we fared in that area. Seahawks are good, not going to lie. So, yeah, being honest here, yeah, Seahawks, they looked good today, getting the victory there, if I'm not mistaken. 38, let's see, yeah, what was it? Checking here, what was the final? Yeah, 38-25 there. So, yeah, this division, as we know, came down all the way to the final game last year against the Seattle Seahawks, and what an amazing game that was in Seattle. And to take down the Seahawks and Dre Greenlaw to get that tackle, a game that is forever, that we are going to remember as 49ers faithful forever in all of history. That game, what an epic showdown it was. And yeah, so the Seahawks, they're going to be tough this year. And I do think this division is going to go down to the very wire in the sense, but I think, again, my preseason predictions, I still think this team is going to go 14-2. That's what I said in the preseason. So let me know what you guys are thinking and how, you are predicting the season to go, who you got winning the division as well. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say, your thoughts and perspectives. But yeah, this division is very tough and it could go down to the wire. We'll see what ends up happening. Again, Cardinals are going to be a lot tough. They're going to be tough this year. Seahawks are good. And as we know, of course, we are the Kings in the NFC West, the 49ers. So we got this, you guys. We are going to go on an amazing winning streak starting next week going against the Jets. Stay away from Antonio Brown. Too much of a diva. Yeah, I think I will have to agree in this case. Yeah, I would stay away from Antonio Brown. I think he would be poison to the locker room. Some of these guys, unfortunately, their character is not the best in terms of you don't want to bring them into this locker room. I mean, this 49ers locker room is so tight and so knit. Everyone, pulling for everyone, bringing the best out of everyone out there. So, yeah, this group is very close and you love it. This 49ers revenge tour. And so, yeah, also same thing, with Earl Thomas. He's another guy, and Kyle Shanahan said, they weren't going to bring him in, didn't want to bring him into kind of, a situation like this. How do you feel about the Saints smacking the Buccaneers? Let me see what that final score. Wow, 34-23. So, man, that is, like what I was saying with the Buccaneers. So, I think before the season, I was saying, it's going to be tough, but I did predict that they would make a wild card. And so, yeah, today this was a big game for them against the Saints. And, and Drew Brees, of course, I think might be his last year in the NFL. So, Brees is trying to pull out all the stops, trying to have a good season there. So, yeah, that was a great game there. And, yeah, I mean, a shocker in the sense Bucks couldn't pull out the victory in Brady's first game. Still feels weird to see Tom Brady in a Buccaneers uniform. George Kittle's injury, is it serious? So I don't know how serious it is, but let's see if we can get any live news here, you guys. I'm going to check my 49ers app to see what the latest is on George Kittle, to see if we can get any updates. George Kittle. So 8 minutes ago, we have a source coming from Matt Mayoko. George Kittle says, I feel fantastic, not an issue at all, you guys. So we have great news to report. George Kittle is feeling fantastic, everyone. Not an issue at all from the man himself. If Kittle says it is not an issue at all, that is the best news we could have got coming out of this game. I mean, you asked me, I love it. I mean, think about this. If we would have won today, but Kittle would have been seriously injured, that would have been worse. So the fact that we lost today, but Kittle is in good spirits, he is healthy, he is good to go, that is amazing. I love it. We were all holding our breath there, and especially since Kittle, didn't make any noise there in the second half of this game. So great news to report. Kittle doing very well. Let's see, where are you worried about George? Oh yeah, so yeah, we're breaking it down. I was worried at first, but again, I was feeling good, thinking positive thoughts, seeing Kittle, run off of the field initially. That was good. Playoffs are going to be tough. Too many good teams, and the playoffs are going to be tough. This Revenge Tour 2020 season, we knew it wasn't going to be easy. A lot of teams did improve in the offseason. Now, if you ask me, we improved as well. With Joe Staley retiring, what a fantastic career for Joe Staley. I love it. The man was a complete class act and, completely embodied everything that it meant to be a San Francisco 49er. So hats off to Joe Staley, and what a career it was. But trading for Trent Williams, I love it, you guys. Williams, this guy didn't play in a game last season, was coming back from injury. Let me get some water here. Hold on for a sec. But yeah, coming back from injury. Just has been fantastic. Sorry guys, a lot. So yeah, are we going to watch the Rams versus Cowboys? So I'm actually gonna be, after this stream is over, I'm gonna be watching the Giants game. And so yeah, I am gonna be joining Eric, the legend, Hum Baby Baseball, for the San Francisco Giants post-game stream after the second game of the doubleheader. But that is going to be a very exciting matchup, Rams and Cowboys, for the Sunday Night Football. The Rams, I think they're the only team really that is probably going to really struggle in the NFC West this year. The Rams unloaded in the offseason, and so yeah, they still got Jared Goff, terrific quarterback, but they got to get the pieces around him to be a good team again. So yeah, the Rams, this year I think they're not going to be that good in the NFC West. Now 7 teams make the playoffs instead of 6 this year. I love it. Bringing more teams into the playoffs. It's going to be fun. I think we're going to have a couple of extra NFL playoff games on a wild card weekend. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. And so yeah, when you're talking, we're breaking things down. So we got the Giants friends tied at 1. So yeah, unfortunately right now, Padres did take the lead here. If I'm not mistaken, it is 2-1 here in the second game of the doubleheader. And so yeah, we're talking about the playoffs. So yeah, a lot of teams in the offseason, they made improvements. The Saints, they of course got Emmanuel Sanders. Seahawks made some improvements on their defense, and yeah, they brought in some guys. So yeah, and the same thing with Arizona, bringing in DeAndre Hopkins. Also they brought in some linebackers on defense. So yeah, everyone in the NFC, a lot of the teams, everyone out there improved. And so yeah, the Revenge Tour 2020 season this year, it's not going to be easy, but look, we got this, you guys. I think we're going to be more than capable to contend with these teams come playoff time. And, I think it's going to be very close games, but I think we are going to pull them out at the very end. So I'm really looking forward to it. My preseason predictions, I do have the 49ers going back to the Super Bowl, to Super Bowl 55, you guys. And I've got us getting our 6th Lombardi trophy this season against the Kansas City Chiefs of all teams. So yeah, I'm predicting a 49ers and Chiefs matchup again in the Super Bowl that is my Super Bowl prediction. Would love to hear what you guys have to say about your predictions. Who do you think is going to go all the way in the NFC or AFC? What is the score of the Giants game? So yeah, right now I got it on. Padres are up 2-1 right now. So yeah, we are making a pitching change here. So yeah, Padres have 2 on with 1 out. You guys, Giants got to come back and get the win. And so yeah, it's going to be tough against any team that has dominant receiving core, because we need another good corner unless pass rush gets in. Yeah, the pass rush, again, today they weren't as effective as they could have been in this game. And, so yeah, I mean, going up against some of these other teams, you got to be able to lock down these top receivers and don't allow the big plays to happen. So yeah, Mosley, I think he's going to do terrific. He'll bounce back. Just had a couple of bad plays today, unfortunately. But for the most part, is going to do great. And also Richard Sherman, still for the most part had a, decent game today. And so yeah, looking and breaking down. Let's take a look at the stats defensively here. Hold on one sec as I pull it up. So bear with me for a sec. So we got, okay, 1 second. So yeah, for defense, so yeah, Mosley, yeah, so he had 11 tackles in the game today. So yeah, Mosley still, he's the starting quarterback, earned the job, was terrific last year, had a great season. This guy is just 25 years old. So yeah, he earned it. And, it was a big reason why I think the 49ers, in the offseason, we didn't go out and try to get any major addition to, cornerback. Cause yeah, you have a lot of confidence and trust in Emmanuel Mosley. You also had, so 15 total tackles on the game. 11 of them for Mosley were solo tackles. So yeah, terrific. And then also you got Fred Warner, a terrific linebacker. I love how explosive Fred Warner is on this defense. Today he had 10 total tackles. Also had 1 pass defended. You also had Quan Alexander. He had 9 total tackles in this one. Alexander, going to need him, so good to see him out there. Mosley is decent, but he's definitely not going to guard a skilled receiver. And so good debate there. Really great question. Looking at Mosley and him going up against some of the top receivers in the game. Of course today, matching up sometimes against DeAndre Hopkins. So yeah, Mosley still a young guy that's still getting better and better. Sometimes Mosley's going to come through for you, and other times, he. So yeah, it is think about, and when you look at it from both perspectives, there, and so yeah, Nick Bosa today he had 6 tackles, had 3 solo tackles, and so yeah, again, the pass rush wasn't as effective today, guys. We only had 2 sacks on defense. With this Niners defense, you like to see us get at least in the 5 to 6, 7 sack range area, if not more. Sometimes, this defense has that capability. So yeah, today, we were rusty in some sense, and just a sloppy game, frustrating overall. Could have had this victory at the end. So yeah, it came close, and you felt good that we had a chance to come away with this win, despite how tough it was. So yeah, so let me here. So breaking down the defense some more here. So yeah, Dre Greenlaw had a terrific rookie season, phenomenal. As we know, made the stop at the 1-yard line against the Seattle Seahawks in the infamous regular season finale last year. So yeah, came up with 5 tackles today. You had Jaquaski Tart, another great defender. He had 4 tackles today. Richard Sherman with 4 tackles. And I think we need to get rid of Sherman. So yeah, I would have to respectfully disagree. I still think Sherman is playing at an elite level and will have a great year for us this year. Played great last year. And the key is, for him to be healthy out there. We got lucky. We even lost by 4 points. Only they missed, they missed 3 field goals. Let me see. We can pull up the exact how many field goals we had in this game. Let's see. So no, well, yeah, Robbie Gould was 2 of 2 on both of his field goals. So we didn't miss field goals, but we missed a lot of opportunities in this game. In terms of like third down conversions, we weren't, we didn't come through as often as this team is accustomed to doing. This offense. Sherman is only a good corner. I mean, Sherman is great. He has the ability to cover the whole field, and he can still do it. The Achilles, of course. He before he joined the Niners had that ruptured Achilles. And so, yeah, I mean, he is healthy right now and, played still at an elite level coming from Richard Sherman. So, yeah, I think he's going to continue to have a good year this year. So, yeah, D Ford had 3 tackles on the day. You had Quan Williams with 3 tackles. You had new 49ers signed in the offseason. You had Kerry Hyder. He had 3 tackles in the game on defense. So overall, defensively in this game, just not a whole lot of, big. This defense could have done much better than how we did. Now, again, give credit to the Arizona Cardinals. They played very well today. Kyler Murray did great, especially running with the football. And yeah, I mean, the Cardinals made the big plays when they had to. So we got Dan the Mag in the house. Arizona Cardinals are taking over the division. If you are a Cardinals fan, again, welcome and congrats on the victory. Although I am going to have to respectfully disagree. I still think the division is ours for the taking. The NFC West runs through San Francisco, in my opinion. I think we are the most talented roster in the NFC West. And not just in the NFC West, but I think in all of football. And yeah, once we get through the entire season this year, I think the 49ers are going to prove everyone right. Prove that right, that we are indeed the best team in football. So yeah, that is what I'm saying. But yeah, that is my opinion. But yeah, appreciate you checking into the show. Welcome all football fans everywhere. So yeah, congrats again, Arizona Cardinals. You guys are looking pretty solid, and yeah, it's going to be fun competing against you guys, and can't wait for the last matchup with you down the stretch towards the end of the season. 3rd and 10, Hopkins one-on-one with Mosley. I know it's a first down, LOL. When you're breaking it down like that, give or take, both talented players there. Obviously, it's going to be interesting each time when you see that go out, see who comes through in those situations. And so, yeah, again, Mosley, like I said, Mosley really did well last year and really, proved a lot to me and earned the starting job. So I still got a lot of confidence in Mosley. So, yeah, I'm excited to see how he continues to improve this season. How come they didn't count the intense snow grounding in the end zone? Yeah, I remember that play. I thought it should have been called a safety. I don't know what happened on that play. It doesn't make a lot of sense there. Again, the referees today, unfortunately, a lot of calls just didn't go in our favor today. I think we are a solid wild card team. Our schedule is going to be tough coming from Matthew. So yeah, in my opinion, I still think that we have what it takes to win this division, despite how tough the division is going to be, with Arizona and Seattle. But yeah, I mean, obviously it's tough today dropping the first game, but yeah, we'll see. I still think 49ers are going to win the division, and I think Seattle or Arizona, they'll be in the wild card scenario. But yeah, it's going to be a fun season this year. Can't wait to see how it's all going to play out. Really looking forward to it. Let's see, the way teams pick up on us by attacking our weak link, which is the other corner, Mosley, and then talking about Jimmy Ward. Today there were some situations there, where they took advantage of some big plays and some opportunities there against our cornerbacks in this one. And yeah, just unfortunate. Again, Jimmy Ward, we signed him to the 3-year deal. So he's a guy that, he's really improved, and, I'm with him out there, and I love what he brings out there consistently. So So yeah, again, today, overall, just a tough game, tough break overall for the defense as a whole. And I think we are going to bounce back. Rams with a loud doink. I'm assuming that's a missed field goal. So loving it. Getting the update from Rob here from the Rams Cowboys telecast. Of course, I got the Giants game on here. We need to come back in this one, trailing 3-1 against the Padres. We got Hero Austin. Could have been better if Richard Sherman covered DeAndre Hopkins all day. And yeah, I'm not sure how many matchups that Mosley was covering Hopkins on the game. So yeah, I would love to get those numbers. But yeah, would love to see Sherman guarding Hopkins. Again, Sherman has the veteran experience there. So again, Mosley, very talented at cornerback. So yeah, again, something to think about when you're talking about the matchups and the breakdowns that we saw today on defense against offense. And so yeah, really intriguing. And so yeah, this Revenge Tour 2020 season, you guys, of course, it did not get off to the best of starts, but I'm confident we are going to bounce back. You can hear the goalposts echo without the fans. That is hilarious. Love it, Rob. Appreciate it, man. The sense of humor. That is too funny right there. We're seeing things, yeah, I mean, any chance you get to get a good laugh in, I love it. And yeah, breaking it down, I just hope we trade for a corner or something once Sherman's gone. What now? Yeah, Sherman's contract is going to be up at the end of the season. And with Sherman now, he's 31, 32 years old now. So you do wonder, what are the 49ers going to do at the end of the season? Are they going to retain Richard Sherman on like a nice 2-year deal? Are they going to go out and get, a more young, talented player? As we know, that's essentially what we did at wide receiver this year. When you look at the offseason, we let Emmanuel Sanders go and we drafted Brandon Ayuk. So in terms of salary cap, we saved so much money by letting Sanders go. And, you get Ayuk, and, obviously you're never going to say a rookie has the same talent as, a guy, a receiver or veteran that's done so well. But you bring in a young guy, you draft him, he's on a reasonable contract and you can afford him. And that's what I see the John Lynch and this entire 49ers front office. They are really good at putting together this roster, trying to get, as many guys as they can under contract for a respectable amount of money. And so, yeah, it's going to be really intriguing in the offseason. What are the 49ers going to do at the, the cornerback position with Richard Sherman's 3-year deal being up? So we'll see if we end up getting a guy in the draft or trading for a guy or free agency. And yeah, again, I like Jimmy Ward. He is signed for 3 years. Emmanuel Mosley, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure how many years he's signed for, but yeah, I think he's going to do very well this year. We should have drafted a corner instead. There's always going to be different perspectives, appreciate that coming from Efred here. When you're looking at the draft, a lot of people were like, we're going in, getting in wide receivers. We went in there with our first round pick and got Javon Kinlaw to improve our number 1 defensive front. In my opinion, the best defensive front in the NFL. Of course, today we didn't play like it, but this team is the best defensive front, and they will prove it this year as we start getting through the season here and we get this thing going and the Niners get moving with this. So yeah, really intriguing perspective. And but yeah, overall, I'm pretty happy with how we did the draft. Completely happy with everything because we got Brandon Ayuk, we got Javon Kinlaw, we got Charlie Warner, another great tight end who I think is going to be great. Learning from the legend, the man himself, George Kittle. So I'm pretty happy with how we drafted this year. But yeah, I could see talking about the corners. Dez Bryant is still good. We could use him. I'm not sure if Dez Bryant is a free agent right now or what his current situation is. Talking about being able to add, players when you get chances. You definitely would look into opportunities if it makes sense, for this team. This John Lynch in this front office is just incredible how they have put together this roster. I couldn't be happier. I mean, the one key, to putting this roster together is that, you see a lot of teams that when they get to the Super Bowl, the roster essentially crumbles, falls apart. You're not able to keep and retain guys. But this team, we've been able to retain everybody when we've been able to make some additions. And the guys that we did lose, Joe Staley to retirement, Emmanuel Sanders, free agency, we were able to bring in guys to replace those guys and do so at, reasonable amount of money and also skill set with tremendous upside potential. Ayuk, his wingspan and his ability, can't wait to see him get out there this year. And also Deebo Samuel for his sophomore season. I just think he's going to really break out and having an amazing, amazing season. So yeah, you guys, we are winding down this post-game stream. I'm so excited for everyone joining the stream. If you haven't done so, guys, hit that like button. Really helps out the channel big time, you guys. I appreciate you so much. And yeah, tough to summarize today. It was a tough one. Really did not see this one coming for us. Really confident we were going to bounce back today. But yeah, Niners unfortunately dropped this one 24-20 against the Arizona Cardinals. Next week, we are looking ahead. We are going to take on the New York Jets. So look for the 49ers to get back in the win column. So really cannot wait for it. Again, you guys, I appreciate you guys so much. I love it. I love hanging out with the 49er faithful, with all football fans everywhere. Wherever you guys are watching from, I appreciate you guys so much. So thank you guys. Really enjoyed doing my first 49ers post-game stream. I wish we could have got the win today, but I love hanging out with you guys and love talking 49ers football and hearing what you guys have to say. I think Nick Mullins is more smart than Garoppolo, more awareness, more accuracy. And I love this perspective here. Mullins, love this guy. He has really, really impressed, when he's been out there, when he got a chance, in 2018, he looked really, really good. So yeah, Mullins he is ready when he gets his chance, whether that's going to be with us or on another team. I love Nick Mullins. And again, I'm still completely confident in Jimmy G. He is going to bounce back, you guys. He is going to have a great year. This revenge tour is going to be back to where we are back to getting to, which is, getting on a nice winning streak. It's going to start next week. So again, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. We are going to be back next week for pre and a post game after every 49ers game this season. I'm very excited, you guys. I will be uploading very shortly after the stream, my reaction video from the game today. You will get a chance to see my reactions. And so, let me know on that. So appreciate you guys so much. And I'll see you guys next time. So again, thank you, everyone. And thank you so much. And we'll see you guys again. And let's go, Niners. Let's get this victory next Sunday. Let's get on a winning streak. Appreciate you all, 49er faithful. We are going to bounce back strong. We got this. 49ers, the Revenge Tour 2020 season is going to end in a 6th Lombardi trophy. You heard it here, you guys. Book it. That is the season. It is upon us. Next week, we are up against the Jets. Let's get this victory. So again, thank you everyone for checking into the show. I'll see you guys next week on the pregame. So again, have a fantastic night, everyone. Enjoy Sunday Night Football. Enjoy the broadcast. And we